All right, it's time for my boxing on TV ratings. Now, I fell a little bit behind, but these are picking up from last week, okay? We're all caught up. Now, if you've never seen or heard my boxing on TV ratings, you can check out our website, www.billycboxing.com, and you'll see a section that says, well, TV ratings. So click that. We have 5 criteria that we judge it on. We go from a 0 to 5 point system. 0 equals garbage, and 5 equals excellent, and you can figure out in between. We judge on five criteria. Those are the 5, actually 6 points, 0 to 5. But 5 criteria. Number 1, quality of the main event. Number 2, quality of the undercard. Number 3, quality of the crowd and the excitement from the crowd. And, that means is the crowd... is there a lot of people, and are they jacked up? The officials' performance and the commentators' performance. That's what I judge my TV ratings on. And it's the bottom line is, it's a for us as a viewer, it's a value in viewing, right? So this is what we're talking about. I get ticked off because there's no system that evaluates what we're watching. We can get ratings in terms of how many people, but what about the product that we're forced to watch? And that's what we have. Anyway, let's jump right into it. On Saturday on HBO, we had, which happens to have been the 8th one that we've ranked. I know that we've missed a couple, but, as far as the main event, Triple G, William Monroe, excellent. At first, I didn't think this was a great matchup on paper, but the more I looked into this fight from an analytical point of view, it became more and more interesting. And when the first bell rang to start the bout, I had looked, by the time it rang, I had been looking forward to seeing the fight. And I wasn't disappointed in this fight at all. The fight was action-packed from the start until the end, which came in the 6th round. I think this is the kind of fight that we expect and should get from a premium cable channel as a main event. I scored this an excellent. As far as the co-main event, I give it an excellent. Roman Gonzalez destroyed Edgar Socha. It wasn't a competitive fight, but it was exciting to watch. And it's basically the fight itself, and Chocolatito has generated a buzz throughout the boxing world. This fight, despite it being short, left everyone looking forward to the next Roman Gonzalez fight. I had to score it excellent. As far as the quality of the crowd, again, I scored an excellent. This place was packed. The crowd was on their feet. They were into it. Whoever thinks Triple G can't draw a crowd is a total moron. You had to score it excellent. As far as the officials' performance, well, Jack Reese was a total fool, and it was a big negative for all the officials and my overall score. But since nothing else took place, and nothing else was questionable with the rest of the card, I refused to let Jack Reese bring everyone else down. Therefore, I scored this and rated this a satisfactory, even though Jack Reese, trying to control the media at the end and the extra long count and all that stuff, it was a bad performance for him. But I'm not going to let just his performance drag the event down below a satisfactory. As far as the commentating, well, I scored it a satisfactory. This broadcast team is okay. It's really become tiring to continuously hear, for a Triple G fight, to continuously hear Max and Jim Lampley pointing out all of Triple G's flaws and constantly saying, oh, there's a chink in his armor. It's almost like they're trying to sell him to, somebody else to fight this guy, when we all know there isn't many chinks in his armor. Give me a break. Let's face it, Triple G is their biggest star on HBO outside of Pacquiao at this point, him and Kovalev. And you add the I have run my course, please fire me, Roy Jones to the mix. I feel I'm letting them slide with a satisfactory rating. When you add it up, it comes out to be 21, which averages out to 4.2, which gives them an overall rating of very good. The next one took place on Friday. It was an ESPN, our 13th show that we did. I scored the main event between Ronaldo Hojeda and Monty Mezzaclay as an entertaining fight between a boxer and a brawler, which produced, I feel, an above-average fight for 10 rounds. I thought the fight was very good, and I scored it as such. As far as the undercard goes, I scored that a very good as well. Both televised undercard bouts were entertaining, and both ended with a knockout. Ivan Golub stopped Henry Beckford in the fifth, and Luis Rosa stopped Jonathan Perez also in the fifth. The undercard gets a score of very good. As far as the crowd, I honestly feel that the crowd could have been more into it, and the crowd could have been more plentiful. But the guys and gals that were there were vocal, so I scored it a satisfactory. As far as the officials and the commentating, I score them both satisfactory. Nothing bad, nothing great. Hey, what can you do? The total comes out to 17, which averages a 3.4, which gives ESPN an overall rating of satisfactory for the show. And True TV, their second broadcast, on Friday, Benavidez Jr. battles, then stops Jorge Paez Jr. In the 12th and final round. I thought the fight was very entertaining, and I liked the matchup. I thought it was evenly matched, even though Benavidez seemed to have Paez's number throughout the fight. Overall, I scored it a very good. As far as the undercard goes, all I could say is, wow, the fight between Taylor and Roscoe was extremely entertaining. 10 rounds of action. It's what I dream about for televised boxing, especially undercards. I score that a very good as well. The crowd, very good, man. The house was packed and the crowd was into it. I loved the energy overall. I had to give it a very good. As far as the both the commentating and the officials, nothing bad, nothing good, satisfactory across the board. It totals 18, which averages out to 3.6, which gets them just above the good to satisfactory to very good. So that's the way that unfolds. Now, I will be posting this up on the website tomorrow at some time, at some point. But just to give you a rundown, our year-to-date, HBO, we've covered rated 8 fights. They averaged out to a year-to-date rating of very good. Showtime, we've covered 7. They average out to a year-to-date rating of satisfactory. ESPN 13 averages out to a year-to-date of satisfactory. Fox Sports has 6, averaging out to a year-to-date of satisfactory. NBC Sports, 2 events so far. Year-to-date that we did, year-to-date rating of very good. A rating for CBS, 3 events, year-to-date is satisfactory. You got to put an asterisk next to that because CBS Sports encompasses that local CBS that puts on some piss-poor events, which we'll probably be seeing possibly this weekend. Spike TV, we did 2 of those so far, 3.6, very good for year-to-date. True TV, year-to-date, very good. HBO and Showtime pay-per-views both are the same since they shared it. Year-to-date rating of satisfactory. So you can check out www.billycboxing.com and get the ratings and year-to-date ratings right there. So check that out whenever you get a chance. All right.